All right, task 3.4D, the video reflection for our 3.4 indicator for HRS level 3. Overall, yeah, we're kind of where we want to be with all these indicators. We're at an average of 4.56 for our mean for 3.4 and a mode of 5. A few of our strong indicators that popped up in 3.4 we're kind of around the range of 4.67, 4.62. So a little bit lower than what our other indicators are showing, but still, doing okay as far as where we want to be as a staff. The highest one for 3.4 is our question 1. So our school has set goals regarding the percentage of students who will score at a proficient or higher level on state assessments or benchmark assessments. This is something that we evaluate quite a bit on our weekly huddle board meetings, our bi-weekly PLCs. We have a specific goal in mind when we're looking at our TABE tests for our students. So we know that we want to get to an 80% completion for all of our students who are enrolled here for TABE, and we monitor that pretty closely. We have a few different data trackers for TABE showing where we're at completion, who needs to complete, how far they're off. We have very specifically designed courses for those students, depending on what tests they still need work on, what areas within those tests they need work. So this is obviously an area we spend a lot of time on and revisit quite a bit. So we meet Monday, Wednesday, Friday for our huddle boards and look at our metrics each one of those days. And TABE is identified each time how close we are to hitting that 80% mark. We are currently at 67% completion, so a little bit off of where we want to be, but that's expected, kind of common here just because of the high turnover we have of students. Sometimes we only get a student in for a couple months before they go over to the adult side. So some things can skew our percentages here and there as we go, but that's not in our control. So all we know is that we have a very specific percentage that we want to hit. We have a monthly target of a completion percentage, and we are very cognizant of that as we proceed through our courses each month and as we prepare for our monthly TABE training. So teachers here are pretty well aware of what the goal is and how close we are to completing that goal. Our areas that we feel we need to address from 3.4, specifically question 10, I can explain how our school's goals eliminate differences in achievement for students for various ethnicities. And this was kind of common across 3.4 for us. We scored low in this and a little bit lower than our average for things like how we address socioeconomic concerns and so on and so forth. I feel like it's a hard question for teachers to answer in the prison environment. Pretty much everyone we're getting is, from a low socioeconomic background, from various ethnicities, questionable support from, family and whatever influence they have in life. So these are just the challenges that we have to address. So those are going to be low scores, but I think this was a main focus because this is something that we can control a little bit more. I think it's been widely agreed upon that we don't have sufficient training in things like diversity and inclusion. So, given our particular learning environment, it'd be beneficial for our school to prioritize that culturally responsive curriculum so we can kind of focus on students who have experienced a lot of trauma in life or come from a low socioeconomic status, have an equitable access to resources and support systems. That's I think, things that we can kind of control with the proper training. Our students are going to be our students. That's what we, signed up for. So there's a few different courses that we've identified and see maybe we can get some funding for or get approval for, and then see if we can start incorporating them into our professional development opportunities. But for example, one of the ones found was the Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development. They have good courses on, some in-depth professional development for addressing these specific concerns about teaching students who have some challenging backgrounds, whether it be socioeconomic or their ethnicities or trauma they've experienced. And that's kind of one of the areas that I feel like once we get better at handling specific demographics of students that our instruction will improve upon with that. And even beyond instruction, just the rapport building and the type of environment that we're creating within the school can only stand to improve from that. So that's going to be an area that we focus on for the 24-25 school year to make sure that we're addressing our lagging indicator for 3.4.